Hi everyone and welcome to this episode of the Spencer Lodge podcast with my mate Grant Cardone, but guess what? We're going in a different direction this time. So before we get started, cue the music. What a dessert.
That was fantastic.
Wasn't that not epic?
Yeah, that was really good.
Great wine.
Great wine.
Great dessert.
The wine was spectacular. I don't know if I know you didn't drink. You had a sip.
I had a glass of it.
But the wine was spectacular. Thank you so much. I really appreciate dinner.
No worries. So you're here for a few days this time.
Yeah.
And rather than kind of ask you questions that you probably asked 1,000 times, I saw you did an interview with Jared recently.
Yeah.
Where you got to talk about some different kind of stuff. What prompted you to do it?
He wanted to do it. He's like, look, I've seen, this is what Jared was telling me. He's like, I've seen you do 50 or 60 interviews. And he's like, people don't even ask you the right questions. Because he's with me. He's been with me 10 years. So he's the guy, and my wife, that most see, like, what am I like the rest of the time? Yeah. That we're not on camera, not, an interview or whatever. And so a lot of people don't get to see that. Jared does, so he's able to ask questions that, did you like that interview?
Yeah, very much.
Yeah, why?
I just felt that it just went deeper than usual. And you two have got some chemistry as well. So you're kind of like buddies, aren't you? So you're having a chat together, and it kind of, he opened up areas that I don't think most people go into. Now, when I started studying you in a lot of detail, there was a show that came on that you created. It was a bit like
it was called Whatever It Takes,
like The Apprentice. Yeah, Whatever It Takes.
Yeah.
And you did something in one of the episodes that I thought was fantastic when you got them standing on a street corner.
Yeah, right.
And
you would like that. You would
totally into that,
right.
And also in the gym as well when you were pushing them with the boxing gloves on. How did you find the people for that? Was it easy to? Or?
What happened out of that show was we had a problem in America hiring people. So I was doing an interview with someone like you. You remind me of that person I was interviewing. And I was like, well, how old are you? And, what do you do for fun? And how much money do you have? And have you ever been arrested? And what drugs do you use? And my COO was like, Grant, you can't ask any of those questions. And I'm like, what? And she had interviewed, I don't know, 10 or 20 or 30 people. And we weren't able to get anybody. And I'm like, and then when we did hire somebody, it was a miserable failure. So I'm like, what do you mean I can't ask those questions? In America, you cannot ask, have you been arrested? I can't really know who I'm hiring. So I said, okay, the guy that I am, I'm like, I'm going to figure a way around that thing. So I said, let's do a TV show. We do a TV show. They'll sign off saying I can ask them anything. We're not doing a job interview. I'm doing a TV show. I get to find out anything and everything about them. It's an audition. Yeah. And if they get far enough, maybe I'll hire them. And so now I could rip them apart and find out everything. I was grabbing people's phone in the second season. Did you make it to the second season?
Every episode.
Yeah. So I thought for sure, I said, okay, I'm gonna fund my own TV show. Somebody's gonna pick it up. This is great TV. I thought it was fantastic TV, personally. But
you would.
Well, of course.
Right? It was though.
It was a low budget. We did 13 shows in 14 days. 13 1-hour shows.
Wow, that's a lot.
So there was not a bunch of production. That would typically take 9 months with a production company. Yeah. So that's why we did it, so that I could interview people. We put out, hey, I'm doing an audition, Grant Cardone, best-selling author, blah, blah, blah. I was doing a audition for a show called Whatever It Takes. It's a career job show. And show up, hundreds of people showed up.
Really?
Hundreds standing in line, waiting in the rain.
Did you employ anybody?
Oh, yeah.
And have you got people in there now?
Oh, yeah. It's still been with us.
Really?
Yeah.
That's really
and there's other people that we hired that were just miserable, like complete failures. So the project didn't really work. It was very entertaining, and we got some interesting people.
Why didn't it work? Because you thought the networks would pick
just because you can win a contest doesn't mean you're a good employee over long periods of time.
No, why didn't the show work? Because to me,
because
that was like a real hardcore raw version of The Apprentice. To me, it was.
Yeah, it was. why didn't it work? Because the studios, because they want something else, right? They want something highly produced. Even reality TV, they don't really want reality. They want something produced, and they want it to be their idea. That show was later knocked off on CNBC and failed.
Really?
Because it wasn't gritty enough. It just wasn't, it didn't have enough truth in it.
Have you ever seen those shows where there's a guy in your position that goes into companies and helps fix them?
Dude, it's interesting you say that because I'm getting ready to do something. I just had a call on it this morning. So,
really?
Yeah.
Because I thought
something that's definitely going to happen now.
Where you go in, you fix the problem.
Yeah. I did a show called Turnaround King.
Before
Whatever It Takes.
Yeah.
Okay. That was right after the collapse, right after the economic collapse. I sold a show to National Geographic's called The Turnaround King. And I was going into company. This was the first business reality TV show. This is before The Prophet.
Yeah. Which
The Prophet really is the Turnaround King.
Yeah.
And what happened was that's CNBC, Marcus Lemonis.
Yeah.
And I was probably 3 years early in the cycle of the business recovery. So there was no business recovery yet in America. And I'm like, this is how you turn a business around. When it's really hard. And National Geographic bought the show. They bought 8 of them, aired 2 of them. We dropped their demographic almost 20 years, like it was below 30 years old. And it terrified National Geographic because they're like, we need old people watching our show. Everybody wants young people watching their show, but they were like, our audience is old. So it was on the wrong network. Had it been on CNBC, it'd still be on today.
Really?
Yeah, so I just get a lot of bad breaks, man. I never get lucky. No, I'm a hard worker. I don't get lucky, bro. Never. Like I am.
Nobody gets lucky. You make your luck, don't you?
I have not been able to make luck.
Did you have a craving at some stage in the past because to want to be a TV star?
Oh, I would love to be a TV star.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I love that honesty.
How could I not? Anybody that says they don't want to be a TV star is a liar. Everybody wants to be a star. Ever since you're a little kid, everybody wants to be seen by their parents and their siblings as special. And so anybody that says they don't want to be a star, like what happened to you then? Somebody must have beat life out of you because everybody wants to be a star. Look, we gaze up at the stars. We watch athletics to see the great catch or the great kick, or we listen to the opera to be inspired. Everybody has that.
It's that attention, isn't it?
I totally believe everybody wants that attention. Now later in life, as we get older, we don't know how to handle it, or been told it's bad or wrong, or I heard that one of the speakers yesterday made a comment about Dubai being fake, and that it was, the Dolce and Gabbana and the Ferraris and all this is just. And I'm like, bro, let me tell you, like, Sheikh Mohammed knows what he's doing putting this here. If you don't put Dolce and Gabbana, Ferrari, the Bugattis, and you don't put that in this town, they're going to London to get it, and they're going to go to Paris to get it. Okay, and you wouldn't have an economy here. You wouldn't have jobs here. You would not have hotels here. Like that. That is ridiculous that you would think people don't want glitz.
You said you weren't lucky.
Yeah, I'm not.
When you look back at your career, and then you look into you raising. Just make sure I got the numbers right. 300 million through crowdfunding.
Yeah.
And I don't know anybody that's done that.
Yeah, I don't either.
I literally don't know anybody. I know people that have raised money crowdfunding, but I don't know anybody that's raised that kind of capital.
The Guinness Book of Records, World Records, said that they don't have a report anywhere of anybody raising 50 million, non-accredited. So anyway, we're up for that award.
So you got 300 million done now. You told me when I was with you the other day, 10 billion.
Yeah, we'll hit 10 billion.
10 billion.
After dinner last night,
yeah,
I closed $500 million worth of deals last night.
Did you?
Yeah, $452 million worth of deals.
$452 million worth of deals last night.
Yeah,
because you were chatting on the phone when we were having dinner.
All those deals happened last night. Every time I come to the desert, something happens. Something great happens.
Shake and bake.
I don't know. I'm gonna just keep coming back here. Okay. Last time I was here, we did a little over $350 million worth of deals, where I'm communicating back with the states on their time zone. So I'm having to get
Who's your man on the ground there that's doing that?
Ryan Secker.
Ryan's doing
Yeah,
that.
Ryan.
Okay, so Ryan's doing that.
Yeah.
He's a great guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's awesome.
And he wanted to be a pilot.
He was a pilot.
He was, yeah, and he changed.
He was a pilot for 20 years.
And then
he got tired of making $125,000 a year and being stuck with the idea of a pension and, the whole thing, and he saw a video of me on YouTube and said, I'm going to go work for this guy. I didn't have a plane at the time. So he called up and said, I want to work for you. I said, what do you do? He's like, I fly planes. I said, well, dude, can you pick up a phone? Because I don't have a plane, but I have phones to pick up. He's like, whatever, I'll do whatever. He gave up his job, came work for me.
Steady salary, walked away from that.
Well, I think he had I think the backstory is he had like a year of vacation.
Okay.
That he hadn't used. He's an ethical dude. And he's a hard worker, and he'd rather work than take off. So he had all this time put away. So I think that helped him make that transition. But still, you're giving up. I'm the captain. You're captain of the plane. Yeah. You get a lot of attention. The kids love you.
Credibility, ego, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. He was one of the youngest pilots in the United States.
Wow.
So had a long career with either Delta or United. Quit. Moved to Miami, was making phone calls, a sales guy, and he was terrible.
For you?
Yeah. He was awful. And then I started, then I bought a plane, and he kept telling Elena, I never talked to him.
So he was just one of the lads.
He was so bad, I'm like, I have no interest in this guy. He's so bad on the phone. Like, I don't pay attention to people that aren't any good. So once they get good, then I pay attention.
You had a...
But let me just tell you, so anyway, we bought a plane. And Ryan kept telling Elena, I can fly the plane. And Elena liked Ryan. Okay. And Elena kept telling me, hey, Ryan, this new guy that we hired, he can fly the plane. I'm like, I need people on the phone. Anybody can fly a plane. Anybody can fly a plane. I need guys making cold calls.
He was so bad on the phone that I suppose there was...
Then we were like, get him off.
There's a video you did a long time ago when you're in Los Angeles and you're in your office.
Yeah,
I think it was the video that probably was the first video that really resonated with me, or that I ever saw you do. And you said, here in the office, I'm actually going to go through and I'm going to show the people how to make some sales calls.
Yeah. That,
do you remember that one?
You know what that was for? You probably know. It was a BBC group. It was a group in London that wanted to do a reality show around me. Another somebody wanted to do a TV show around me. And so they were pitching me, and I was trying to get their attention. And then that's when I did that video. And I said, guys, watch, just follow me. I'm gonna go take phone calls. This is how I run my business. Because they wanted to do a really reality business show. How do you grow a business? Blah, blah, blah. So I said, rather than me writing a bio and telling you how good I am, I'll just show you how good I am. And that call, I don't know, millions of views on that one video.
I watched it over and over again because there's the guy on the phone goes, the Grant Cardone.
Yeah.
And you're like,
and I'm like, have you heard enough to make a decision? Yeah, man, send me the contract. And it was crazy because the other guy couldn't get the money.
Yeah, the other guy that was there, he couldn't. And I remember exactly what happened because he said, will you come and kick it off? He went, man. Maybe I can do it on Skype or something.
Yeah.
But I remember that.
That guy's been a client now for, I don't know, since that video.
And when you with the sales team that you've got, how many sales guys you got?
I think we got 185 employees over there, so I would guess 65 of them are salespeople.
65.
Yeah.
And then
with everybody encouraged to become one. Including the accountant.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah.
And do the sales guys work on commission structure?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're all in there.
I got guys make $600-700 grand a year, more than the guys that work at J.P. Morgan.
On the phones.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And they have a nice life.
Yeah.
I see the cars all parked outside the office.
Yeah. They're doing good.
Yeah, they are doing good.
They lease those cars though.
You won't let them buy them?
No, I said, you do whatever you want to do, but if you do something stupid, I know it's going to be to the decline of you. Like, we had a guy went and bought a car. I said, okay, he's done. Watch. I told Jared, he's done. Went and bought it, showing off, got to be the guy now. And now next thing he's going to do, he thinks he's going to go do this himself. He wants to be me, not work for me. And so he went from making $400 grand a year to about 30.
Ouch.
But he's the guy now. He's the main guy.
Yeah. I'm the man. Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, he's the man.
Do you find that most people in the business have that type of mindset, that kind of I want to be number one someday? Because we kind of touched on this.
Yeah,
and, I'm not a great fan of being number one personally.
I was never interested in being number one. I was interested in getting rich. Like, that's all I ever thought about. I just want to get my money right. Gary Vaynerchuk doesn't want money? Good. Give me your money then, dog. You don't want it? I will take all of it. I know exactly what to do with it.
Do you think
I got charities that I want to send that money to. I got family members that need it. I got projects I'll fund. You don't want it? Bring it on to Daddy GC. Okay? You want to buy the jets? You need some fucking money.
Yeah.
Okay? So you ain't going to get there not monetize it. You might not want to play that. Gary gets upset with me because I'm pow! Stupid, man, telling people not to have money.
Oh, he came in your office one day, didn't he? I think he was in your studio.
Yeah,
you filmed something together.
Yeah, he was talking.
And you were like, "Look, the guys have got to hustle. They've got to get on."
No, he was suggesting that the day of cold calls is over. I'm like, I did $30 million last year on cold calls. $30 million last year. 28 the year before that.
Are you generating leads online for the guys to call?
Well, I generate.
Are they getting names and numbers, or
I generate leads because I move through the universe.
Yeah.
Like creating a lot of attention and.
Yeah, but the numbers those guys are picking up the phone and calling, are they people that have expressed an interest?
Yeah, maybe, but they're still cold. I call my twin brother right now. He's not expecting a call. It's cold.
That's as you see a cold call.
Oh, totally.
Okay.
Much less me coming into this town. I'm gonna walk in that audience today. Some people in there don't know me. They don't know what I'm talking about. They don't understand me. They're going to spend the first 10 minutes trying to figure out whether they even like me or can understand me.
That's a good point.
How
do you when you recruit people? How do you know? What are you looking for?
I don't. I assume all people will be complete failures.
So when you hold on a minute, so you interview people.
I do. I assume every person I hire will never make it. When I think they're good, they're bad. When I think they're bad, they end up being good. So most of the time, I'm just wrong.
How does that happen? Because I get that.
Yeah,
I've been through years. I've recruited thousands.
I don't even worry
about
it. It means nothing to me anymore. I don't even care. Like
do they get like 30 days? Do they get like 3 months? Do they get trained like crazy every day?
Oh yeah, they have to train every day for sure. But that doesn't mean that they're going to be good either. People are broken, man. Like I don't know why you and I were talking last night about people that you get upset because they don't do anything. Mankind's broken. You got 7 billion people walking around pretty fractured, broken, can't complete a task, simple task, washing dishes. I mean, just putting the dishes away. Can't keep their car clean. Can't take care of their stuff.
This guy over here works for a company and they're property developers.
Total gangster right there.
And all of the people in his
I trained all of the
people in his company.
Yeah.
He's the only one that took action.
Yeah.
Everybody else I trained.
See, I don't know why you get disappointed about that. I don't. I know I just need to cast the net bigger to get the fish that don't have mercury. To get the good ones.
So it's a numbers game at the end of the day.
It's totally a numbers game.
And
100%. There is no formula for finding the good person because look, we live on a planet. 10 or 15% of the population on planet Earth is addicted to some kind of drug today. You got in America, the average medicine cabinet has 13 prescriptions in it. We have the average American, 76% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. People think they got it bad here. You got people in a country, you can do any job you want, and they still can't get ahead. So there's just a lot of misinformation everywhere. People are operating with a lot of bad data.
Propaganda.
Save money.
Yeah.
Well, why would I save money?
Pay your mortgage off.
Pay your mortgage. Buy a house.
Buy a house.
And then never have any debt, by the way.
Debt's bad.
It's terrible.
Don't you do
That's what they say.
Who's that guy? That guy that has that show?
Dave Ramsey.
Dave Ramsey.
All debt is bad debt.
All
debt is bad debt.
I don't get that.
I would not borrow money for a car. I would get a bicycle. And how are you going to operate with a bicycle in Dubai?
Yeah.
But no,
no, seriously, yeah.
Really, how are you going to get around? Okay, you're selling a piece of real estate. It's $2 million. You show up on your bicycle. Hold on, let me pick you up. Stupid, dude.
Jump in the basket.
How are you going to, and then there's a whole school of thought right now that money won't make you happy. Money won't make you happy. You should just be happy. You will not be happy in Dubai broke.
No.
It's impossible.
You won't be happy anywhere broke.
Okay? Nowhere.
Nowhere.
Like everybody's like, oh, money won't make you happy. I'm like, when I'm trying to get money, I'm not trying to get happy. I don't confuse the two. Like when I'm trying to get a deal done and get a score, happy is not like on the table right here. Money is on the table. Mm-hmm. I know exactly what I'm going. I'm going for money. When I'm trying to raise money for charity, I've raised $119 million for charities. When I'm trying to get a billionaire to give me a check for $10 million, I'm not there for happy moment. Mm-hmm. I'm there to close the deal, get him to write me a check for 10. He doesn't want to. He wants to not write me that check. He's thinking about all these other things he could do with that 10. And when I got to lean on him to get it. It's not easy, man. People don't just give you stuff. And even though he's got $1 billion, like to get 10 from a billionaire, he didn't get to be a billionaire by just throwing 10s around.
No.
And, I'm not trying to get happy right there. I'm trying to get the 10. I'm going to take the 10 and give it to a charity. Probably going to make the charity happy.
Yeah.
Charity, oh my God, la la, we're happy. Oh, everybody's happy for a second. Because they got their score, they spend their money, and then it's going to be on the hunt again. Because they're going to try to expand, and then they're going to run out of money again. And that's what happens to everybody, every family, household. That's why there's so much misinformation about money.
Talk to me about how, let's say I gave you $1 million to go to Cardone Capital.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, because I don't think...
Cardone Capital, the way you say it, Cardone Capital.
If you weren't my friend, I'd chin you.
Yeah, so here's the play.
So I want to know, I give you $1 million, what are you giving me?
Okay, good. So what happens in the kind of real estate that I buy, let's just say if you did it without me, you would take $1 million, let's say you live here. Okay. And you'd be like, I want to buy this real estate in America because there's something about American real estate that no other real estate in the world has. And that is this particular real estate produces cash flow. And it produces cash flow on tenants that cannot buy a home.
That are already in there.
And they're already in there. Okay, so you're going to buy what's called an apartment complex, not like apartments in London or New York. These are apartments, social communities. And not like government housing either. These are nice places. You would live there. You'd be like, this is nice. Everything's taken care of for you, okay? So you would take $1 million and that would buy about $3 million apartment building. That would be smart for you because you're basically tripling your money. In fact, last night after dinner with you, the number 1, number 2, maybe number 3 baseball player in the world today was texting me saying, hey, I want to know how to buy apartments. He's got a lot of money, $150 million a year contract, like big money. So you would take that $1 million and you would buy a $3 million piece of real estate and have $2 million worth of debt. So you could do it by yourself.
Yeah. Or
you could take the $1 million and put it in with me. You would actually make more money with me.
How much are you going to charge me and what's my opportunity?
So you're going to get 6%, 5 to 6% on your investment. Your investment's going to be protected by the real estate. Like there's a 99.9% chance you would never lose a penny. Number 1. Number 2, you'll get a cash flow every month. Every month you would get a check.
So you're going to send me a check every month?
Every month. I'm going to do an automatic.
It's fixed 6% or it's approximately 6%? It goes up and down?
It could be 4. It could be 4.5 the first year. It could be 7. It could be. I got deals that do 15. We told the investor it'll be 6. Okay. Now they're getting
manage expectations.
6 to 15. Anything above 6, I'm going to take 35% of.
Anything above 6, you're taking 35% of above 6.
Yeah. So
on an annualized basis.
Yeah, on an annualized basis. So if I go from 6 to 15, I give you your 6, and I'm going to take 3 points, basically 3.5 points of the 9, give you the other 6.5. You got 12.5, and I got like 3.
Yeah.
And you're going to be thrilled to death because you didn't take one phone call.
Performance fee.
Yeah.
That's good though.
Yeah, no, it's unbelievable.
So I get my 6, and you tell me if I perform, I'm going to get my.
You want me to perform? You'll be like, go Grant, go, go Grant, go, right? Because the more I make, you're going to make a lot more than I am. And the cool thing about Cardone Capital, how do you say it?
Cardone Capital.
Cardone Capital. So the cool thing about Cardone Capital is you're not taking the risk. You're not signing on the loan. You don't find the deal. You don't spend any money finding the deal. I buy the deal with my money, not your money.
You've already bought the deal?
I've already bought the deal.
So you've already bought that, that residential apartment building with however many apartments in it. You've already purchased it.
Yeah, I'm going to a wealth summit tonight after I speak here, okay? So they're trying to raise money to do deals. All right, I buy the deal with my money. And then I go to Instagram and Facebook and say, hey guys, I already did this deal. It's cash flowing. We think it's going to do about 5% in the first year, 6% in the second year, and then it's going to start rocking. Because as rents go up, the cash flow increases. Mm-hmm. And we do all the managing. Again, I buy the deal, sign off on it. You couldn't buy these deals. These are $70 million deals. Mm-hmm. So your $1 million is going to sit in a $70 million transaction rather than a $3 million transaction. Mm-hmm. Now, the reason that's important is because a $3 million apartment building, it's not going to have a pool. It's not going to have security. It's not going to have gates. It's not going to have protection. Won't have good lighting. It's not going to have a theater. Mine, dude, I got a 4 acre dog park. I mean, people want to stay there. You know, it's walled, it's protected, it's security.
Is this Florida or all over the country?
It's not all over the country. There's parts of America I will not buy in, but it's Maryland, Florida, anything in Florida, Texas, Austin, Texas. You know, it's a beautiful thing. And the other thing is I'm doing deals where I'm offering you a piece of the deal rather than going to a family office or to a bank. So I'm bypassing the banks and there's no middleman. Like this guy, he wants to get in on it, you know, to get a little piece of the vig. Okay. We've never paid 1 penny out to brokers.
No commissions.
No commissions.
So
for raising the money. Because you know about me via Instagram. This wasn't even allowed 3 years ago. You could not do this in America.
Okay.
Now I can go on Instagram or Facebook and say, hey, you know me? Here's my deal. You want to invest with me? Boom, they can send a check.
So
that was not even a possibility three years ago.
Okay, two questions on that then. First of all, what's the minimum I can invest and the maximum I can invest?
$100,000
minimum. Any no upside?
You know, $1 million on paper, but I could give you an exception because I like you.
Okay, cool. And then on top of that,
liquidity. I'll tell you a story about a guy that gave me $20 million. He said, I want to do $20 million. I said, okay. I said, look, I don't want your I don't need your $20 million. I'd already bought the deal. And he's like, yeah, sure. I said, no, seriously, man, I don't need the 20. Like, because I don't want any headaches. So don't do the 20 and think you're going to start pushing me around. That's why I don't go to banks. I don't want the bank pushing me around. That's why I go to Facebook and Instagram. And he says, yeah, no problem. I'm not going to be a problem. I don't know real estate. I know stocks. He buys companies, turns them around. He says, but I like what you're doing. Well, then his accountant, Indian guy, smart, real smart dude, smarter than me, but never bought an apartment building in his life, starts tinkering with the numbers. Oh, this is wrong and that's wrong. I'm like, hey, dude, you need to go away. Tell your guy, you want to be in the deal or not? Well, you already took the money. I said, yeah, I can give it back too. Second time he calls a week later. This is a problem, that's a problem. Third time, Bob, here's your money back. Sent him back his $20 million, gave him some interest. He thought, oh, billionaire went crazy. What are you doing giving me the money back? I said, I don't want this. I don't need this.
Don't need to deal with that.
So, and that's the exchange with you, right? I'm like, you want to be in the deal? Good. I already bought it. Don't be a pain in the ass.
Let me get on and do my job.
Let me just do my job.
Yeah.
Let me do my job. Leave me alone.
Isn't that really? People invest money in all kinds of different asset classes. And when you think about it, most people don't necessarily understand the details of that asset class. What they actually care about is how much I put in and what I'm getting out.
Yeah, exactly.
And actually, to get somebody to manage a stock portfolio, most people don't really care what's going on in that portfolio. Yeah, they care about the money invested and the money returned.
Yeah, but they should care.
Okay.
You know, they really should care because right now people are trading paper for paper. And the gentleman that's doing the presentation right now on finances, like the one problem that people have, or at least the problem I have with stocks, like if you just simplify the whole deal, I'm trading a piece of paper for a piece of paper. Like I am not improving my situation here. When I take a piece of paper and I buy a building, I improve my situation. If I take a piece of paper and exchange it for concrete, bricks, and there's a tenant in it that's going to be in it for the next 20 or 30 years, I improve my situation 3 different ways.
Are you going to find new tenants if tenants leave?
Oh, always.
Are you going to give me liquidity on my money if I want to get it out?
No. Okay. You're not liquid. You're not liquid. It's completely illiquid.
So that million goes
Why would you want to be liquid?
I've no idea.
No. Why would you want to be?
On the surface of it, I've no idea.
Because you see, because we're all educated to stay liquid, right?
No, but if somebody needed the money in an emergency.
Yeah.
Do they get access to the
If I give you the money, it's because we just killed it. Now I'm giving you back your capital.
Okay, hold on a minute. If you sell the development,
yeah,
that's something you do.
Yeah.
And you give the capital back if you sell.
Oh yeah.
But not while you hold the project.
Yeah, if you call me up and say, Grant, I put $1 million in with you. I need my money back.
5 years ago, I need my money back.
And I'll be like, yeah, I'll give you the $1 million back, dude. Like, you got to be like, why are you so willing to give me the money back? Because it's probably worth $3 or $4 million now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll give it back to you. I can't wait to give it back to you.
Okay, that's interesting because I don't think everyone understands that.
See, this is what because we've all been tricked by Wall Street and the banks. Stay liquid, Spencer. Stay liquid. Why? Why do they want you to stay liquid? You know, my mama used to tell me. She's like, when we'd go to Las Vegas and we'd play in the casino. She's like, son, if they offer you anything, don't take it. Anything they offer you in this city is bad for you. The booze. Mm-hmm. The drinks, the joint, the show, the insurance on the cards, everything the free room, the food, everything they offer you in that town is like sell your soul. And that's the same thing about Wall Street. Wall Street does not, they want you liquid because they know if you're liquid, they got a chance of getting that money. Mm-hmm. The moment you take $1 million, or for instance, last night, I'm gonna put $110 million in these $450 million worth of deals. The moment I take $110 million and push it into those properties, that $500 million, I can't get that money. Money's gone. Which means he can't get the money from me either. Mm-hmm. Wall Street can't get the money from me, okay? Mm-hmm. No, some guy coming around with the next shiny thing. Hey, Grant, I need some money. Grant, can you help me? I wish I could. I'm illiquid. Mm-hmm. And people that are illiquid, like Warren Buffett, he doesn't want liquidity. He wants to get rid of cash. Sometimes he can't, and he's very disciplined. But he takes big positions in companies. He doesn't buy stock.
Can you give me some advice on something that's about to happen to me?
Please. As long as it's not some life coaching.
No,
because I don't do that. Like, you got psychological problems, I can't help you.
So I've got a company that I'm going to sell in January, and it'll take a few months to go through the whole process and whatnot. But I'm gonna have coming into my bank account something in the region of.
Wow, man. God damn, dude. I love you, man. I love people with money. So I just want to be close to them. I don't even want your money. I like to be close to people that because you know what, it takes a lot of discipline, man, and a lot of charm and a lot of doing right things to have any money.
But my fear is, okay, I've been fortunate enough never really to have to worry about money since I was I had my first million when I was 26. So that's when I stopped having to worry about money. And I don't really, as we talked about dinner last night, money's not a motivator for me. Uh-huh. But I'm going to have this big wad of cash.
Yeah.
And
is that before or after taxes?
And there's no tax on that.
Oh, wow. Dude.
We live here, man.
Okay, this is what I would do with that money.
Yeah.
I would take 100% of it. I wouldn't even have a penny around.
It's roughly that.
I would take $1 million. I would buy $1 million worth of real estate with it. Sit and wait. How old are you?
I'm 49.
Yeah. When you're 75, that if you just did nothing, in America, that money would end up being worth $100 million without you doing anything. All you got to do is sit and wait. The whole time you'd get a check for you get a check for $1 a month.
Grand a month
for the rest of your life.
You're going to start giving me cash again.
Every month.
What am I going to do with the cash?
You're going to blow it. Go buy a Richard. Go buy a Richard. It's all right to blow. It's all right to blow passive income. As long as it's passive. People shouldn't spend earned income. Like, you should not spend a penny of the earned income, the score. Mm-hmm. You should only spend the byproduct of the score, which would be the passive income that comes off the score.
That is
because then you can never go broke. It would be impossible. Floyd Mayweather will go broke.
Oh yeah,
he will go completely broke because he spends his earned income. So, like in my life, I only use passive income. So if I want to buy a dumb watch, or
is that a passive income?
It's always out of passive income.
Floyd Mayweather.
If I want to buy the jet.
Mike Tyson did the same, didn't he?
Totally.
Blew it all.
Yeah.
Okay, so
he'll do it again too.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because there's just zero financial education. And then what they do is they surround themselves with managers and agents. They just rob them blind.
Yeah, thieves, yeah. So the last question before we finish is, we both have 2 daughters, okay? And so I'm going to have a wad of cash.
Yeah, but my daughters are my daughters.
Yeah, I know, yeah. And I have 2 daughters too. And mine are mine.
You don't know that for sure.
They look like me, trust me.
Yeah. I'm sorry for them. Jesus.
I'm gorgeous, man. What's the matter with you?
You got bad eyes too.
We established last night who had the white sticks.
Yeah.
So, legacy.
Yeah.
For them, you know, when we go. I mean, do you want to burden them with the beauty of having inherited?
No, they won't either.
They won't.
No. I mean, if they want to play the game, then they can come play the game, you know. But they're not just because they're. You know, just because they're my daughters doesn't mean they're going to run the company.
But does it mean they can inherit your fortune?
No, does not mean that.
Because I fear
if they're not willing to grow it, you know, they can't have it.
Okay.
If they want to grow it and take care of it and protect it, but they got to be willing to grow it.
So it's
and if they don't, they're just going to be common, everyday, broke ass people running around the planet worried about money.
There's a load of people that have been given money and don't know how to be responsible.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what I fear with my girls.
Yeah.
It's just like, I want to help you out in life, but I don't want to make life
don't
easy
give them
for you.
money. Don't give them money.
Don't give them anything. Don't make them fight, yeah.
Dude, my girls already have money invested. We were on this trip, this 19 countries we did. We gave them 20 projects. The 20 projects paid $500 each. It was a total of $10,000. It was actually like $250 for each project. And if they got all 20 done, they got doubled. So they made $10,000. The last thing was they had to catch a fish with their hands in Fiji.
Did they?
Yeah. So, dude, they were like, this was their last thing. They were like, oh my God, it was like, it took forever, right? They're scamming, scheming, figuring out all these ways, you know, tripping out how to do it. Okay. We took the 10,000, they finally did it. I think they cheated a little bit, but we're like, okay, whatever. So we took the 10,000, put it in Cardone Capital. They got their first check last month, $26.
Shut the front door, really?
$26.
How cool is that?
And they're like, what is this? I said, that's a check. They'd never seen a check before. This is a check. This is passive income. This came from you catching that fish. And they're like, oh my God, I love that fish. I said, you know, the crazy thing is, the oldest one's 10. I said, when you're 20, that fish will be dead. And you will still get a check from that fish, catching that fish, from doing that job. And they're like, we just want to reinvest the $26. I said, no, go spend the $26. Because there's got to be a win, you know?
That's great, isn't it? What a great thing to do.
Yeah, and they'll learn, right? So every month now they're like, did I get my check this month?
Where's the check, Dad?
Where's my check? But it's their check.
Yeah, it's their money.
So we don't give them anything. Everything they get, they earn. Like they want new shoes, you got to earn it.
Well, you said something that was really cool the other day about the kids. I said to you, so what's it like with them being homeschooled? You went, they're not homeschooled, they're jet schooled.
They're jet schooled, man. We're 51,000 feet. What y'all learning?
Lovely talking to you again, mate.
Always good, man.
I really appreciate it.
Always good. Appreciate you.
I'll see you soon.
Okay.
Hi everyone, I hope you enjoyed the latest episode of the Spencer Lodge podcast with the awesome Grant Cardone. As always, he's fun, he's entertaining, he's educational, and he's inspirational. If you want to see other episodes, do me a favor and click over there. Okay, but if you want to subscribe and do what I want you to do, okay, go over there like Grant's telling you right now. We'll go over there and subscribe and get these podcasts because you need them. I'll see you soon. Thanks, Matt.